Well, isn't that fucking embarrassing? What's going on, bro? What's going on? You think I'm an amateur? What's that? Ah, all that stuff that I've just said, and you'll never know what it was. You'll never know what it was. That's a whole bunch of nothing. I was just saying about how I do not miss doing those 14-hour shift type stuff anymore. I mean, I think I would be totally unemployable now as somebody who's been self-employed for 2 years. I am completely unemployable at this point in my life. For better or worse, I don't think there's any going back. It's just, yeah, it is what it is. What is it that you do, bro? What are you doing for 14 hours right now? That's crazy. What? 14-hour shift is crazy, bro. What do you do? Do you, like, work at the night at the museum or something? It's very rare, but it happens. Or are you, like, a long-distance driver or something? That's the only thing I could think of where you do a 14-hour shift. That's crazy. That's some serious hourage. I've got something cheeky today to get on with. Something cheeky indeed. Got some of these beauties. You're a high voltage control and protection system specialist. It actually keeps the lights on. There you go. Wow. So you're like it just sounds like a high stakes electrician. There you go. Yeah, sorry. This is what we're going on with. We're going on with some Storm Boys. Got a whole lot of brown to put on them. They're pretty close to being done, to be honest. They're probably only like 3 or 4 hours maximum on the whole lot of them. Yeah, high stakes electrician. There you go. So I'm gonna switch the camera now. And how are you watching this right now? Are you like, are you like snuck off to the bog, sitting on the old toilet, sitting on the old John? Preparing the area. Oh, you just got home. All right. I see. So are you just stopping by for a short period? Is that what you meant? I thought by 14-hour workday, checking in, checking out, you were like in the middle of your workday and you just managed to get a little time to look at the screen. I see. Okay. Well, I'm going to switch the view and let's see what we're getting on with. Is the boys. Classic. Been putting these guys off for a bit. Yeah, that makes sense, mate. I don't blame you. I'm bloody tired right now and I haven't been to work for 14 hours today. This guy's I kit bashed this dude. He's supposed to be like a big mech with rocket boots and a big custom force field generator on his back. So, very happy when he gets to make something out of nothing. He's been waiting to get used for a little while now. So, it's finally time to pay these boys some respect and get them done. Okay, let's adjust. Yes, it's not zoomy enough. Oh god, I haven't painted with contrast in so long. It's actually really satisfying. I just don't have the heart in me to paint this orc army with the level of detail that I go into, or the level of cleanliness that I go into with like marines or something like that. very much so just wanting to get these guys out on the table. This is the army I play with when I'm like, I want something to take to absolutely ensure a fun game. And they definitely do the job for that. They definitely fulfill their purpose. I know, like, basically when I play orcs, I basically try to lose in the funnest possible way. And just basically laugh as an orc the whole time. Rather than treating them like a force that actually is trying to win in any real sense. Obviously, they want to do a bit of crumping, but, you know, they're not gonna choose good, sneaky tactics or abide by the rules of, what would you say, best practices of moving behind cover. They're just gonna do the fun option every single time. And people like to play against it like that. Contrast is so awesome for batch painting. Yeah, I mean, dude, where would we be these days without it? You even use them on competition pieces. You just got to know how to use them. Yeah, that's why I say. I mean, when they first came out, they were like, "Oh, you just switch the contrast paints and you can paint everything up and just leave it at that." But you can tell, like, you can really tell when someone does that. As an orc, even if you lose, you win because that was a good crump. Exactly, dude. Exactly. That's my thought behind it as well. That was a good crumping. Some of my favourite games are ones that most of my favourite games are ones that I played with the orcs. To be honest, most of them I have ended up winning. Because I think in playing them like an orc, they kind of like are used as they're meant to be used. I mean, I am a narrative player at heart. Like, for me, like, the things that you remember about the 40k games that you've had in the past isn't the ones where you like decimated your enemy in the first round or something. Those usually just blur into nothingness. You can remember that it's happened at some point, but you don't really remember, you know, much beyond the point that you just destroyed them. But I've had games where I have decimated my pal Space Marines and then decided, because he's got Kato Sakaris there, I'm going to say, I basically turned to him and said, "You know what, you grot? I'll give you one chance. I'll give you one chance. You're Sakaris against my war boss. 1-on-1. Single combat." And then I said, "I'll tell you what. Your leader versus my leader. Winner takes the game." And then I spent a movement phase moving all of my orc boys into a circle around them, and my knobs and everyone in a big circle around his final character, and then the war boss moving in to begin combat. And then we just had it out. And then I killed him. But because we did that whole thing, we'll never forget it to this day. If I just run through it and just wiped over him and then mopped his boss up at the end, probably wouldn't be talking about it today. That's why I miss things like blast templates, because like they kind of like built the picture of what stuff was looking like in your head. Like, you're putting that blast template over the guys, you're imagining this big round splashing down and this big explosion when it's hitting these guys and stuff, and obviously you don't have that anymore. And yeah, I think there's something sorely missing. I think one of the best things about wargaming in 40k is the parts where they make stuff make sense to what it would actually be like, so you can kind of like you can kind of, you don't have to separate yourself so much. Just like, it's the immersion of it for me. I mean, that anything that breaks my immersion, I mean, it's sometimes even little things like people leaving their codexes and dice and their phone and all sorts on the table next to all the terrain and stuff. I'm like, get your shit off the table. Let's roll the dice on the table, but I don't want all that other stuff just laying on there. It's like, you're breaking the immersion, dude. It starts to look less like a place and looks more like a fucking game we've just set up. But what you say? My custodians have never lost against orcs. Wouldn't care if they did. The matchup was so much fun. Yeah, orcs. I bet orcs do struggle a little bit against custodians. That's a lot of high toughness stuff to chew through. Orcs are very much a weight of attacks kind of faction. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all that they kind of struggle against Custodes. Not sure how I'd make an orc list to go against them. Just loads of looters in battle wagons, I think, would be how I would go about that. Go up here and... might, yeah, same thing. Lovely. Now what for that bit? It's a messy desert. No, it's too light, too yellow. Yeah, let's go for that, and then we'll wash it. Let's stick with his face first. I'll tell you what, dude. Do you want to jump into the voice chat if you're able to? Because we may as well while we've still got such low numbers, we may as well just open the members only voice chat for these things. I mean, I don't see any reasons to why we shouldn't. Why does this music slap so hard? What's going on? For a generic no copyright, it does slap very hard. Oh no! Oh my goodness! Mic broke. New one should have come to. Oh, nice. Cool. Oh well, there you go. So, should get something on my hobby station so I can join in while I paint. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. Of course you should. Of course you bloody well should. This music is like, I've been using this one for a little while. Like, this is royalty-free generic stuff. And Listen to that. Ooh. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Woo! It's good music, man. It's not like... it actually is generally like groovy and nice to listen to. And it changes up as well. It's not just like the same drony shit for like 2 hours. La 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 la. La 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 la. Crumping on grots, crumping on humus. Crumping on grots, crumping on humus. Humus. God. Where can I get in? God, it's tight. That's what she said. I'll have to get that grot. I love grots, dude. They're so good. What a great invention. Everybody loves grots, man. My girlfriend loves the grots. Okie dokie, mate. Yeah, you do that, dude. Gotta get that beauty sleep. 14-hour day is no joke, brother. You're approaching. Well, it's 9 o'clock over here. I literally hear that bed whispering my name in sultry tones by this point if I was you. Okay. Get a brew. Bloody hell. You do well over here, mate. Getting a brew. Ah, baba. Oh yeah, he's just shaping up nice. Also, in terrible news, the Centurions are no more. I don't have any. You know, people ragged on them. It's oh, they look horrendous, they look stupid and stuff. I liked them. I thought they were kind of cool. I'm having to, like, you know what? I think my next order for affiliates is going to be a bunch of this stuff that's going out. Like, I'm just gonna buy a Vindicator and 2 Predators. Because that's it, man. Once they're gone, they're gone. I love the goofy design as well. I can't believe all that old Firstborn armor is going to be going away. I mean, it's so... The new Space Marine tanks suck cheesy ass. They're so bad. Like, they look so ugly. It's literally ridiculous. Just gigantic, like, boxes with just... They just look so bad. The design of them is so bad. It's laughable. It is really laughable how bad the designers are on the repulsors and whatever the shitting hell they're called. Yeah, absolutely terrible. The grav tanks just literally have a solid little spot reserved for them in hell. They're just so bad, man. And like all the things that people used to say were bad about like the Storm Raven gunship and all that stuff. Oh, it just looks like a box. It's like literally all the new grav stuff just looks like a box with stuff sticking out of it. The Predator was amazing. Like, it looked great. It was sleek. Especially like, I've got the Annihilator, but the Destructor with the long auto cannon. There's just some like kind of like, I don't know, something so nice about it. Classic, simple, easy recognizable. And then you've got, of course, as you said, the Land Raider, which is the best one of all of them. If they got rid of that one, well, I want 2 for my army, so I need it. Well, I don't get it. Why get rid of it, man? Do you know what I mean? Like, why? What are we doing? Like, it's not like you're going to bring out more. You've already got the replacements there. Like, why? You're not about to make space for new ones. It's just fucking... Make me want to cry. The tactical squad's going as well. We all knew it was coming. I just hope they do something with the new Marines that properly fills the place of the tactical squad. An intercessory style kit that comes with the heavy weapon and the special weapon, and you can load them out like that, because I, for one, will never ever run a big blob of 10 guys all with the same special weapon. It's just, why are we changing that? Why are we doing that? There was no need. And surely having that many special weapons in one squad is just a fucking nightmare for balancing in and of itself. I don't understand why we've gone in that direction, and I certainly won't be following it with the army I'm making. I mean, I'm just going pure and utter. I've got the command squad already done, but then after that it's just pure and utter Terminators for my Ultramarines force, and I'm only going up to about 1500 or 2000. And I know it's the only army I've ever done this for. I know exactly what I'm getting, down to the last man in every squad. I've never done that before. And a very, very small amount of it. The only stuff that's in there that's like properly Primaris is I'm probably going to get some of the sneaky infiltrator guys, because they are actually quite cool. But other than that, it's just going to be pure Terminators to keep that old school feel, mounted up in some Land Raiders. So that's all I'm doing. The Marines need something not generic, just a little bit of special sauce. Yes, yeah. Yeah, they need, I like how they're mixing in a little bit the old armor patterns. I'd like to see more of that. And I'd like to see a heavy weapon and a special weapon per squad. I mean, it's right there, G-dubs. Just do that, and enough people are going to be happy about that to where we'll shut the fuck up, because we knew this was coming for a while. And at least make this big ass penis that you've served up for us easy to fucking swallow. You know what I'm saying? Don't put spikes on the fucker. Like, if you're gonna shove the knob up my arse, at least put some lube on the fucker before you ram it in. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's just me anyway. Space Wolves look good because they got the whole Space Viking thing. The Dark Angels have the beautiful Deathwing Knights, and then there's just generic Space Marines. Yeah, so dude, I'm in this shit for the long haul. I'm probably going to do a little bit of everything at some point and one another, but I am planning on one day doing a Deathwing Knights, just pure Deathwing Terminators with like some gunships. That's how I do those. That's what I'm going to do for them. But as for the Ultramarines, classic Terminators are good enough because it's supposed to be a real classic looking force, and that's the point of it. But those Predators, man, I want to get 2 Predator Annihilators for a little Blood Angels force that I want to do one day. I'm going to just get all of my Firstborn stuff and maybe get a couple more tactical squads and just do a old school looking Blood Angels list. Just for old time's sake. I mean, I fell in love with those fuckers in 5th edition, and I never actually made the army because I was fucking a kid and broke. You're building an entire Deathwing company, basically 90% Deathwing Knights. Hell yeah, dude. That's exactly what I do. Are you doing that currently? That's fucking sick. That's exactly what I want to do, just pure Deathwing Knights. I know you've kind of got those like little different mini factions like inside of them, like you've got the Deathwing Knights, but then you've also got the fuckers that are zooming around on the fucking, I'm not quite sure, I can't quite remember my Dark Angels lore, but I love the Knights. I mean, I'm just a sucker for medieval stuff, so anything that is cosplaying as Knights is getting it for me. Anything that comes presented as chivalric knights is getting it for me. I mean, that's why I really like the look of Bretonia. I'll probably never do them, but if I ever did Warhammer Fantasy or Old World, I'd probably have to do Bretonia just purely for the knights. It's just such a good aesthetic. And that just bone coloured armour with the green hoods and stuff is just, awesome. Yeah, it's a long-term project. Getting 100 Deathwing Knights is costly. God, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Are you actually doing it like an actual... You're building an entire Deathwing company. That's cool. That is cool. Yeah, that is very costly, bro. That is very costly indeed. But it's one of those things, man. When it's done, in 10 years, it'll be awesome. An actual full company, dude. That'd be so sick. I'm still trying to decide what Horus Heresy faction I want to do. I don't want to do Blood Angels because they don't have all that cool Blood Angels-y ness back then, really. Like they do in 40k, like they've got all the sick, like... specific stuff, if you know what I mean. They've got their own flavoured stuff. I'm not quite sure what I want to go for. I am very much so tempted by the Heresy stuff just to give it a go and have like a Legion to collect. And get one of those boxes, like the big Saturnine box or something like that with a whole load of Marines in and do up like a Legion of guys. I just don't quite know what direction to go with for them. I keep like fettering around with, should I do Imperial Fists? I love doing the yellow, but I've already got a big yellow army with these Bad Moons Orcs. Or do I go for Sons of Horus? But I want to do them as what do they call them? Lunar Wolves, where they've got like the white, so they look sick, and I've got an airbrush and I could make them look grey. I could like do them from like a dark grey zenithal up to a white, and they would look awesome. Or do I'm not sure. I just don't know. Man. I need to think. I just think I need to stick it out with the book a little bit more. Listen to it a bit more. Figure out a bit more who I like the sound of. Just go for it. Honestly, I'm not taken aback with the general look of the 30k Marines compared to the 40k Marines, though I do like them over the I do like them over Primaris, though. That's That does have to be said. Oh shit, that there. Let's just making it easy for myself. Okay, anything else? Yeah, we get those wristbands. Yeah, I just like the idea of having a shitload of Marines, because those boxes are great for that. And apparently the actual game system's actually really good. It's very much so like old Hammer, which I like that. Blast templates, all that kind of good stuff, so they've definitely made that for the old boys. So yeah, I've got to give it a go, I think. I think what I need to do is get somebody to give me a bit of a demo game, perhaps. Definitely, and see if that's for me, because I'd like to play something that's supported by Games Workshop again, so I have something I can do with people if I go down to Warhammer World or something like that. Yeah, the Lunar Wolves, they're great. I just love the white, man. I've always loved the idea of white Marines, or like a bone-coloured Marines, but they're not present. There isn't a bone-coloured regiment in the Horus Heresy, I don't think. I really like the idea of lots of normal Space Marines with lightning claws. They just look so sick, and I just love like a big unit of 10 dudes dropping in with lightning claws. I just have a soft spot in my heart for them, to be honest. Wish you could do a full Sisters of Silence army. I'm gonna pull up the I'm just gonna pull up real quick the Horus Heresy stuff, so I can just have a little gander. Dude, Raven Guard with lightning claws. Yeah, Raven Guard are cool, but they're all black, and I don't know. I don't find it as fun painting black, and I've already got some black Templars that I barely worked on them. But I don't know, I want something that's a bit more of a painting challenge. Look up the Genita, the Henitia Crawl. That sounds like somebody's like Mexican cleaner. The Genitia Kroll model. I'll have a look. Genitia Kroll. Genitia Kroll. Let's have a look. Ooh. Oh, this is a silence thing. We'll say that fucking 7 times fast. This is a silence. This is a silence. Yeah, that is pretty sick. Very, very old school medieval armor. Yeah, that looks sick. Yeah, that is cool. One thing I've found when I've been listening to the Black is boring, but they look really good with the claws. They do. I'll find another way. I think Sons of Horus would work well for that too, and they're interesting. And technically, I'd be collecting bad guys, which I don't usually do when it comes to Astartes. One thing I've found while I've been reading Horus Rising is like it's really weird trying to like the authors reading them out, and they're thinking and saying stuff and having interactions. It's really hard for me to imagine them having these conversations that like fucking stood there at like 8.5 feet tall. Astartes having these thoughts and conversations. It's really funny. They almost like, obviously they have to like humanize them and have them talk in such a way that like makes sense and is relatable, but it's just a little bit weird to think that there's two massive, gigantic, tanking behemoths having this conversation right now. It's a bit weird. I can't picture them talking with each other like that. It's funny. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I just want to have a look at... When I get to Horus Heresy, here we go. The Horus Heresy. Let's have a look what they got. Saturnine. £200. Wow. I mean, it's a fat box. It is a fatty. That box ate all the pies. Look at the stuff you get in it, actually. That is... My god. They're like Iron Warriors or something. Let me have a look at their armor patterns. Oh, they look very Death Guardy, actually. I don't like those helmets, man. I don't like that style of helmet. Can you maybe do them differently? It looks like you can. You can do them Iron Warriors. I think that's just a different paint job. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a massive fan of those helmets. I'd have to find some other helmets to do them with. But I mean, God. I mean, other than that, they're such a sick box. And those big dreadnought things are awesome. That little quad cannon. What a fat box. Those are sick. I don't know anything about those style of Marines at all. The Saturnine Dreadnought. Yeah, the helmets just ruin it for me. I'd have to get like helmets for every single other guy. I mean, there's some patterns I don't mind, but something about it. Yeah, it is an absolutely awesome design. It just takes like that classic like gigantic shoulder pads of a Space Marine and just whacks it up to 100. At the minute, I just need to expand my actual gaming circle because... Yeah, that's true, yeah. That's probably, realistically, my next big purchase. So if I was going to spend 200 quid on something right now, it's going to be a 3D printer. It's about time. I want to make, like, my own... I want to have my own scenery again. I've got loads, but I haven't got any big buildings, and I need some big buildings. I want to feel like a big city of death. Like they were releasing City of Death terrain years ago, and that stuff was absolutely sick. And you could make massive like cathedrals and stuff like that out of it. And that's exactly what I want mine to be, like a big old city of death with like walkways, archways, and like overpasses that connect the buildings on top. So you've got like the fight on the ground, and then like the fight on like bridges that span between buildings and stuff like that. And you're fighting your way up like stairs to higher levels of the city and stuff like that. So you can do like a big city siege for like real big massive games. That's what I want. And I think realistically, if I'm going to go for that at this point in time, the best way of going about that is 3D printing the whole lot, so that's probably what I'm going to do. Zorpazorp does some really good STLs that you can get, and I think he prints as well, that all work together really nicely, and you can build big stuff like that, so that's something I'm going to probably look into. Because as much as my friendly local game store is great and everything, it's nothing beats being able to have that big fucking table that you've made exactly like how you want it and all that stuff. And actually, I've got a really good idea for how I want to... Oh, do you? Oh, the Zorpazorp set. Oh, fucking hell, man. You'll have to show me that. Is that like the... Oh, I forget what it's called. I only just saw it the other day. I need to have a fucking... another gander at that. But yeah, dude, if you've got it, show me. If you've got it built or anything like that, do please show me it. So I'm considering a heavy investment into some scenery. Like I would happily spend like 500 quid to get like a real nice set of stuff together. Because now, I just want to talk to you for a quick second about battle reports. So this channel actually does have a battle report on it. However, it's private, because I just randomly recorded it with my pal years and years ago in a terribly lit room. We didn't even decide we were going to do it until we'd already done the first battle round, and it was terrible. So it's never seen the light of day. But I've been thinking, so battle reports for me, right, are most of the time I mean, I used to watch them. The last time I was really watching battle reports was like literally back in 5th edition, and I watched them because I was like, I couldn't actually play the game because I was too poor and young, so I would watch battle reports and live vicariously through them. But other than that, my honest opinion on battle reports is they're boring as shit. Yeah, they are. They are a fair amount of work to do, and they can go on for a long time and be very, very boring. So, I thought, well, I don't watch battle reports, and I know a lot of people don't bother watching battle reports because they're a fucking slog, and nobody can keep up with that amount of random little bits of information thrown at you for that period of time. But Warhammer games, and especially narrative ones, are interesting, especially when you're playing them, right? So I thought, well, how could I make a battle report that I would watch? What would that format have to look like? And so it got me thinking, and I came up with a pretty good idea of a kind of battle report that would be shot in a way that I would actually sit down and watch it. Now, I'd say like the runtime can't be longer than 25 minutes. So, you know, 40k and 40 minutes? So that's probably the most streamlined 40k battle report ones that you can get. Obviously, super high production value and everything. But I feel like there's still go on a load of a load of modern day game tournament jargon, and a lot of them are the guys who playing on the tournament scene, and the anyway, it's still very much so a product of modern fast-paced tournament, not fast-paced, but modern tournament 40k. Yeah, so it's 40k in 40 minutes. Like, yeah, you've made it faster, but they're still boring. Like, you're still looking at like how they're laying it out for like ITC fucking based like ruins and shit like that, and I was like, ever since battle reports have just become like 90-degree ruins set up like for the ITC tournament parameters, it's just been shit. It's like, this isn't watchable. I mean, I don't understand how they get so many views, because it's just so fucking boring. Like, I've tried to watch it, man. I really sat down and tried to watch it, and I was just like, this is just not engaging. Like, I don't care about this, like, all this information you're throwing at me. What I care about is the story that's being told. So, I'll try to explain how I would do it, and let me know if you think this is something that would be something that you could actually watch, right? Because this is how I would do it. Now, let me just demonstrate. So, let me just, something. Zoom out. Right, so, I'll get another guy. Yeah, well, what I would do is I would completely do away with explaining anything about rules. I would only feature any clips or like dice roll stuff, unless it was a very, like, everything came down to like one die. It was a very important shot where we even talk about the dice rolls. I would just tell it as a story as it unfolds and shoot it in a cinematic fashion. So, for instance, now let me freehand this camera, right? This orc, right, is a squad of orcs, and this Terminator is a squad of Terminators, right? So what I'll do is, like, okay, the orc is selected, whatever, so you see a shot of the orc, and then you see a shot of him looking at wherever he's going, and then you see him shoot, and then there's a little dust thingy, and then the dust clears, and then however many of them are gone. That's how I would film the shooting. But if they were moving, say this guy was moving, let me just set up some little terrain here. So this dude is going to move, so I would shoot it with a fixed camera, and then I would go like that. Obviously I'd take my hand all the way off the frame, and then I'd use a program to stitch that movement together, so they just move. There's no like, oh, he does this and then you see them moving it or anything like that. Or you would actually just, the shot would just show them physically moving into place, and then the next shot would show them looking at the target, and then from their perspective, looking back as they get shot or whatever. And all it would be filmed in that way. Down low, lots of like sweeping shots around the terrain, so like the camera's fully within the terrain the whole time. And it's just shot in a way to tell the story of what's happened. There's no focus on the rules, there's no focus on the dice rolls or people's stupid fucking special army rules that they take in this game and all this kind of tournament tactics nonsense. It would literally just be a super narrative game where the story of... It's just a story that's being told, basically. That's how I would do it. But with stop motion animation movement, so everything moves, like the turrets of stuff move and stuff like that. Just 100% immersion. Yeah, exactly. Say very epic, immersive, also metric. Fuck ton of work. Yeah, it is. But I've done things like this in the past. So for that stop motion bit, nowadays you can get little what is called AI stitchers. So if I move this guy, say for his movement, I just move him 1, 2, 3. You can then get like an AI to just stitch that into a smooth movement. And that's I think that's a pretty fair use of AI these days, to be honest, because you're not really creating art with it as such as just removing a whole load of fucking labor of you actually doing full stop motion animation, if you know what I mean. So you could have a pretty slimmed down shot list for how you would do it. It would still take a decent amount of time, but I think it would just be an actual feasible thing that you'd actually watch. But telling an actual story seems way more fun to me, and probably the people not interested in tournament play. Yeah, like people who play in these tournaments have got to be a small section of the hobby. There's got to be a whole load of people out there who would watch something like that if it was just purely cinematic. And can you imagine how much that could get people into the hobby, seeing games like that? It's all focused on the story that's being told and the back and forth. You almost like completely take the players out of it and that player-led element out of it. It's just all about what's happening with the characters and the models and the units on the tabletop, as if it's like a play-by-play of like an actual engagement, you know. Plenty of people who are into Warhammer for the epic battles, not for the tournaments. Yeah, to be honest, mate, you've got to assume that that's the majority, because it doesn't make sense. Like the tournament people are just such a small part of this hobby, if you think about it. I mean, the amount of filters that you have to go for before you're somebody who has the army painted up and is playing in tournaments is like the amount of hoops you've got to get through and still be interested and enthused in the hobby is quite considerable. So you have to imagine that they've got to be the minority of people who get into this hobby. The rest of the people would probably appreciate something that's just purely, it's quick, there's no bollocks to it. It's just telling the story of this game that happened with a little bit of animation for a bit of extra immersion. That's how I would approach it. I'll maybe do a demo and test it one day and see how it comes out. But I would watch that. That's my point anyway. That's how I would watch it. Imagine being new and looking at someone who talks about rules and optimizing versus someone who's just having a good fucking time optionally making pew pew sounds. Yeah, exactly. Just animate in some pew 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 back and forwards. I used to make like laser effects and stuff. I used to like film me and my cousin like shooting Star Wars blasters and playing with lightsabers, and I would like do visual effects to like make lightsabers and laser bolts flying everywhere and stuff like that. I've always dabbled in video editing and stuff since I was a little kid, really. I could optimize it into a shot list and just have it there, so it would like streamline the whole process of filming the thing. I think it's worth trying it. Yeah, I'd watch that. It's a couple bits they do like a little bit of stop motion. So like a guy will like turn around, or like a turret will move or something like that. I've seen a couple times where they've done it a little bit, but nobody's used the proper stitcher before. I think that could look real cool. That could look real cool. My girlfriend, my wife, has just gotten a new really good camera. Like, it's stupid how good it is. So maybe I'll give it a shot one day. Get some lighting set up. I need to really get back into the actual gaming of this hobby, because I do still game, but it's like every once in a while, and it's just a very casual game of one-page rules. I really ought to like be playing like some kind of narrative campaign or something. I feel like I'm not getting as much as I could be getting out of the hobby at the minute. I'm just kind of building armies up with no real plan in mind to actually field them. I'm going to do a little tester of it one day, because I don't think I'm able to properly explain it very well as to how it would actually look. But if I could get the shots that I'm imagining in my head, it would look really good. Real good. It would look sick. Could finally put that all that media studies that I did in college to use. Somebody needs to fucking make battle reports actually watchable, and I think that's the only way you could do it for the average person who isn't an absolute tournament nerd. Because if I was young and if I saw a video like what I'm imagining in my head, I mean, I'm talking about 20-25 minutes maximum runtime. Everything's super thematic, bit of like actual motion, so there's no human involvement. It's almost like they're moving around doing it themselves. It's kind of like taking all that stuff that you imagine in your head and putting it into the video. I think that would work. I think that would work well. And that would have enthused me so much. I would have watched the shit out of those when I was younger, so. Yeah, I'll put together a little demo of it when I've got the opportunity. Just making mini movies. Yeah, pretty much, man. You're just making a movie of the game that's been played, really. Essentially, that's probably, yeah, that's the best way of putting it. I mean, that Stitcher would do so much work. I mean, that's what AI should be used for, if anything. I mean, get it to do the stuff that's just laborious, that doesn't really take any skill, just takes time to do, you know what I'm saying? It's not really the creative process of it, that's just the pure monkey labor. That's what it should be doing. Monkey stuff. Too many people relying on it to do the thinking and not the labor, which is, if I use AI, I like to get it to organize things for me, or do stuff that is like, that would just take me ages to do, that's just mundane as fuck. Alright, mate, yeah, no, you get yourself some sleep, bro. Take care. Take care. Good night, and try not to dream about me, bro. But I'll be hunting you down in your dreams. See you later, bro. Take it easy. Pardon me. Oh, that's pretty sick. Wow, there's some sick stuff. Ooh, they're cool. Solo exhibit. Of course, that's for fists. Oh, the Imperial fists are sick, dude. La 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 la. Chicka 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 chicka. Well, it seems like the best use of time is to make this a normal stream. Can that be done? I wonder. Do 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 do. Okay. All right. Oh my god. It's Blood God. Blood God has entered the building. What's up, dude? It's just me and you, dog. Would you like to hop onto voice chat, mate? If you've got the capacity to do so. I shall hang around in the absolute legends, the legendary voice room. WhatsApp. It said WhatsApp. Damn, this one's all fucking funky. It's like Surfer. Oh yeah. I'm in the old Legends voice chat if you'd like to jump in, my friend. Oh, I can hear you. How you doing, bro? Excellent, man. Yeah, absolutely. By all means. I'll just get to my audio mixer. Where is... Say something, would you?
Hello, hello.
Oh, there we go. Beautiful. I'll turn you down a little bit. There we go. Excellent. Did you have a good sleep? Oh, excellent. Just take them while you can get them. So you appreciate them when you get them.
Oh yeah, I had my birthday tomorrow, so I'm gonna put it off.
Nice. Oh, awesome. There's nothing nicer when you wake up and all you've got on the cards is a bit of hobby and it's like, oh yes, this is gonna be great. Yeah. Oh yeah. That makes it even better. It's like I feel like it's like you know Mike Tyson. He's like I used to love training in like the night. So he'd like train at like 2 or 3 a.m. because he felt like nobody else was working at that same time. And it's kind of like everybody else is at fucking work. Losers. I'm out here putting the work in. Cool. That's excellent.
Actually, I need to double check this stuff because I'm going to probably think about it today. So, I've got the best hand is 1 euro here.
It is indeed, yeah. Like literally anything, yeah. Yeah, I think for Yeah, for this one, I mean, usually I think I've written in the rules that people can only enter one thing each month, but I think for this first one, just as many as people want to do, just for this first month, so we can just have as much stuff to look at as we can. But yeah, mate, just whatever. Yeah, yes, the thing is, I've designed it in such a way that it like will make sense when there's like 30 people trying to do it. Do you know what I mean? But at the minute, when it's still quite low numbers, just everybody have a crack at whatever. Maybe for this first like run up till Christmas, while it's still like getting off its feet, I think we'll just let people compete in whatever they want to. But obviously, if it in terms of like if there's more people joining in for the whole leaderboard thing, I'm not quite sure how we're going to work that at the minute, because most people are just joining in just normally. So I'm still a bit, I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work, but yeah, just join whichever ones you want to for the time being. Yeah, I think so. I think I was wondering whether I just let people, like for instance, if there's like 20 people and everybody's doing like the actual championship side, like you're in for the championship one, but it's kind of a bit weird because you're the only person on that level at the minute. So I'm wondering like, well, how do I do this for the time being? I'm not quite sure. You have to leave that with me for a minute. But what was I saying? In terms of if you had like 30 people all jumping in, but some people only put in for like 2 different categories, and then some people put in for all 5 of them. Do you know? People would be just climbing it way faster than others, so you probably have to limit people from that point onwards. Really, you just have to join one. Yeah, I mean that's what I was thinking myself. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the way to do it. Yes, yeah, that's probably the way to do it. Yeah, your first, yeah, you count that. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Then people are climbing at the same rate. Because once there's like, I mean, if you really look at it down the line, once there's like 50 or more people in it, then it's really like, yeah, what's the likelihood of one person winning 2 or 3 categories? You know, it's very rare anyway. It's if I was in it, and I think just for I might put my stuff in there just to compete for a little bit of bragging rights. Obviously, I'm not going to try and give myself a bloody prize at the end of the year. That'd just be ridiculous. But if I was, oh no, imagine this all goes back to me at the end. It's just like, oh goodness, hey, why has everyone left the Discord? This is fucking bullshit. Yeah, no, it's funny because like at the minute, obviously what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, rather than say, oh, and this is Blood God's Custodes, so everybody look at this one, this is from Blood God. So I'm not gonna actually do that. So I'm just gonna say if there's like 5 entries, I'll just pull up the 5 images, run through them a couple times so everybody sees them, and then I put a poll up on the stream and people vote in the poll, and that's how we do it basically, to see who wins each category. So what I'm not going to do is say whose is whose, because people might be going, oh, that fucker won it last time, and vote against them, do you know what I mean? But when we're at such low numbers, everybody's going to recognise your non-metallic metal from a mile away. Straight away. It's pretty... Yeah, literally. You're going to get people like nah, we've got to vote against this guy, he's winning too much. So I'm going to try my best to mitigate that so it's fair every single time. But, you know, people are going to be like looking in people's backgrounds to see if they recognise people's hobby setups and stuff like that. Yeah.
So the way that they just hold the on spot, if you under the into that, and they don't know what and I did one. It really does make me angry because I just don't understand why. Because like you really can't find models for that stuff. Like,
Yeah. Well, you even saw that there was a lot of controversy around the what do you call them, the golden demons, like stuff that was just like, when you saw it afterwards and you're looking at like what won compared to stuff that was up against it, you're like, how the hell did that thing win? And there was a lot of like weird stuff of like favoritism and people just choosing, you know, it's like, man. Yeah, well, sometimes the pure disparity of the decision is like, well, what the fuck? I'm having trouble picking out exactly what you're saying with the mic that you're using or how far away it is. Is this your? Have you got like a microphone on your toaster that you were using or something? That's what it sounds like. You're not talking to me through the little screen on the fridge, are you? Yeah, I've got no usual difficulty in understanding you. I mean, I've watched more than enough Peter Jackson interviews to have complete and utter command over the Kiwi accent. I used to know a bloke who I'd see all the time, and we called him Kiwi Joe. Very imaginative, and he was from New Zealand, from over here. So I've been well doused in the waters, as it were. So it's not an accent thing, that's for sure. Right, okay. Oh well, I mean, you've got what you've got. I can still like understand more. I'm just like losing every other word. Oh yeah. Does your whatever you've got, a significant other, if they're of a female persuasion and you've got them around the house, do they like to just bury things into absolute nothingness and you never see them again by any chance? Because mine does that. Mine, fine. Oh wow. So my wife likes to just pick things up and put them in a safe place, but she always forgets where those safe places are. So my mum used to do the same thing, but my mother would know where every single thing was in the house, and you go to her and she know exactly where it is. But yeah, my wife unfortunately is the complete opposite. She will hide everything and forget where it is, so just stuff goes missing for months at a time. Yes. The thing I lose the most is my wireless microphones. Those fuckers just go on a mission. Like every month, they piss off. Right. I'm gonna just have to run to the old loo. I'm gonna have to run. I'll be 2 seconds. I'm just gonna have to run. I'll be 2 seconds. We're back. Hayden's like, what's going on? How did I get in here? I've opened it up, mate, because obviously it was just a couple of us in here. I was in here by myself for a little bit, but now we're not. So I just thought I'd open this one up, really. So he's here. He's snuck in. The little bastard. He snuck in, so he has. We were just talking about top secret fucking things that yeah, but we'll have to stop talking about everybody now, won't we?
Yeah.
Stop slamming it. Yeah. Yeah, that's all we do. But no, we let's get back into it. So, pretty good progress today, to be honest. Pretty good progress. No, he's not in the voice chat. He's no, we're in the members voice room. He's on the stream though, Mr. Hayden Lassiter. Hayden the Lacerator. Yes, I am working on some Storm Boys. These boys are Juan's pay to win voice chat. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Jerry rigging it from the start. Like, you guys don't realize I'm treating this whole thing like a fucking Bitcoin. I'm just rug pulling it right at the end of the year and giving the price to myself. It's like, and the People's the last minute we've got a People's Choice Award, and this one's for 100 points. I, the people. I'll be like Dumbledore. It's like fucking Dumbledore at the end of every Hogwarts year. It's like 500 points to Gryffindor. That must be so annoying. Imagine you're just like some little like Ravenclaws who've been toiling away all year to get their points up and studying real hard, and then just Harry just fucking, I don't know, slimes out some fucking troll and they just win. You're like, fuck. Oh god, mate, have I read the books? Yeah, like 5 or 6 times over. Yeah, pretty much. I think there's one year where it's like another one of them's about to snatch it, and then just, yeah, Harry just clutches it right at the end. It's just like the favoritism. It's so crazy. Imagine having like a little, like a whole section of your school which are all just like evil people in training. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, absolutely. Let's give you literal fucking emo fucking Batman as your fucking head teacher as well. That'll just make it even better. Let's give you this guy who's like objectively just a fucking terrible person to be around. Who used to be a fucking supremacist as well when he was younger. It's like, yes, this perfect guy for the fucking job, dog. Yeah, literal. But it'll all work out in the end. Fucking one of the things I saw something the other day is so funny. So Harry and Ron are like got to like find people for this Yule ball, but they leave it so long and they put it off so much that all of the girls that anybody wants to take are already taken, and so they have to pick up the scraps at the end of the year, which is like the only 2 Indian girls. It was like, oh god, and they were just like proper portrayed as just scraps that they went with at the last minute. It's just the only 2 lasses of who are like minorities in the whole fucking school, other than Cho Chang, who's like the Asian baddie that everyone wants. It's so funny. that dude's up to the evil shit. It has to be. Just look at him. Because that's what they say, just look at him. It's like the implication, but you know what that means though? That means they are going to have to change the story up, and it's just like, well then, just why do it in the first place? Just cast somebody who's right for the role. Like, what are we doing, man? Like, we all know why it's been done. They're gonna make him just a good guy. Yeah, exactly. And especially when they're like levitating him in the air under that tree. Just like, this is imagery right here. Fucking lynch the fucking black guy. Everybody bullies him and hates him, and they're all fucking ganging up on him and shit. And it's just not gonna. I don't think it's gonna work out. I don't think it's gonna pan out. I don't know. We'll have to see how this one pans out. But I think they could have just gone with some pale white dude. I mean, Adam Driver was right fucking there. Like, what are we doing? Adam Driver is perfect, young Snake. What are we doing, man? Adam Driver was made to be Snape, right? We're taking the piss, really. So sorry, Hayden. You've said some stuff, but you know something. I've realised that the Emperor's Children are really just British. Fuck off. Hayden, why are you always spitting some absolute ass in the chat? He's saying, you know something. I've just realised that Emperor's Children is really just British people. I mean, what are flawless blades if not average Brit? What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? I mean, we're closer to the fucking orcs.
Yeah. I feel like orcs were originally
Football hooligans. Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Here we go, here we go, here we go. It says Noise Marines are just the British accent. What are you talking, bro? You can't be saying that and then be sat here like listening to me speak for hours at a time. What are you talking about?
Look at it this way. Look, Americans are very well catered to in 40k though. You have to imagine Ogrins exist.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Oh, grins. They're much more better catered to in Dune when you've got the fucking Harkonnens. Baron Harkonnen is just the average McDonald's enjoyer in America. Not me posting a picture of my McDonald's in the fucking chat today. Oh, dude, it was fucking insane. I think that was why I had to have a nap when I got home, though, because I was so fucking full. It came with, like, an extra slice of bread and shit. It was so good. I was like, oh my fucking god, I had to have a lie down when I got back. There's no way I would have made it through the stream if I just went through and tanked it. I was too tired. I was far too tired. I feel like I'm only just waking up again now. I don't know if Hayden can hear you or not. Otherwise, it's just been, like, of the weirdest stuff. Hayden says, I don't think I'm allowed to say this as an American, but I don't really care for McDonald's. No, I don't blame you so much. There's a lot better. Oh my god. Speaking of Scran, look what's just arrived on my desk. What we got here?
It's like a fake pizza on toast.
That's like a fake pizza on toast.
And that's honey and chili with butter and...
Yes, you can. And then we've got tatey tots. And then we've got a bit of squat of fucking catch. Okay, when you're speaking, we're coming. Oh, right, okay, let me turn him up on the... Alright, okay, I see what's happening. Alright, come back here. Ellie, come here. Yep. Say hello.
Hello.
No, into the microphone.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Mrs. Relics.
They say hello, Mrs. Relic.
Oh, I didn't hear.
There you go.
Hello, everybody.
Right, now get out of my fucking dungeon, you slag.
Okay, you know what? She sounds like
is fuck, what's her name? I think it's like she's the ex G-Dub painter chick.
Right.
that used
Okay. No, yeah, this rings a bell.
used to-
Came after Duncan.
Yeah, she took over from Duncan and now runs her own YouTube channel.
Right. Okay.
But she sounds real similar to her.
All right.
I mean, both British chicks, so I assume that's something to do with it.
Yeah. Perhaps. Oh, let me see who. Oh, I don't even know what I'd fucking type in to find that out. Fuck you. I've been looking at the Horus Heresy stuff recently.
Yeah.
I did turn him up, Hayden, by the way. So let me know if you hear him. Now. Oh, Sleety just hopped in. Sleety, my boy. How we doing? As you can see, cracking on with a little bit of the old jump pack boys. Hayden, I'm about to remove you from this community, bro. Asking me when I'm gonna paint a 2,000 point crew list.
Never.
Brother.
Friends play towel, okay?
Yeah. Oh, brother. Hayden, when we gonna stop this thing that you're doing? You just I don't even know what you call this. The kids probably have some weird little fucking word for it that you say these days. You're just straight retard maxing. That's what it is. That's what they'd say. I'd have to ask my little brother what the appropriate Gen Z term would be these days. They fucking change every other fucking day. I'm trying to keep up as best as I can.
I think my favourite thing is that when all the millennials started saying 6-7 though, and all the Gen Z stopped using it immediately.
Yeah, well, yeah, that stuff hurts. It's like nails down a chalkboard. Yeah, well, that's what we do. If you want to sit there and tell me that Linkin Park is dad rock, I'm gonna ruin your fucking memes.
Oh Jesus! Fucking kick Hayden out. This is bullshit.
No, you didn't say that, to be fair. Hayden, are you going to do 2,000 point Necron Scarabs? Oh, yeah. 2,000 point Ripper Swarms only. No, because that would actually be sick. Not even Tau players like Kroot, dude. Don't even front. Don't even front on me like this, homeboy.
He's like giving you shit about this, but he left the crew to the last thing for himself to do, so
yeah.
He didn't like crew.
No, even tab players don't even like crew. They're like the most overlooked part of the whole thing. But I don't blame them. They're just a bit weird. And just a bit, I don't know, not for me. I don't like them, personally. But, you know. I can, like, appreciate them, especially when you got, like, the big crew tox thing. Like, that big, gigantic, fucking horrible, trundly fucker. It's like their version of like a Titan. Squiggoth, that's it. Oh no, that's a completely different race. I've got one. It's like a big greater Narlock. Oh, great Narlock, that's it. That's just not true, man. I love crew. It's not the last thing for me to do. It's actually the first part of my journey to 2,000 points. That's what he says. That wasn't me, by the way. That was Hayden. Well, there you go.
I generally couldn't tell.
Yeah, no, I thought that was fucking bang on.
Look, if he wants to have his own voice on stream, he has to be in the pay to win chat.
Yeah, you gotta get in the fucking pay to win, dude. He says, okay, man, I can just leave. Hey, I hope you know that I am just teasing you, bro. I'm not actually trying to fucking hurt your feelings or anything, dude. First he sneaks into the member stream. This this is the same Hayden, by the way, who just comments the word bold when he sees my head.
I feel like he was due something back.
So they're saying I shouldn't have opened it up, but everything said today is technically your fault. Right, I'm not gonna sit here and be punished for opening it up. That's crazy. What we Homeboy about to close it up. Yeah, I was talking to Runaway 5 for like the first, so when have I ever done that aside from maybe once is one too many times? You've done it at least 2 or 3 times. Not that I'm keeping count or anything, I definitely don't have it written down or anything like that. Keep a book of grudges and it's just all the time Hayden says bold in the chat.
Okay.
I'm not closing out now. Sleety's in here. Sleety's my boy, Hayden. You know, Sleety ain't sending flack at me for getting him to join in on the stream.
Problem is now there's 2 of them writing comments and on YouTube. Can't see that right now. So.
I'm trying my best to keep up. Not that there's an absolute torrent, it's just...
Alright, I was putting shit in the garage anyway, so I wasn't exactly talkative.
Sleety's like, to be honest, just playing the new Ladder of D2. What the fuck is Ladder of D2? Ladder of D2? That's not real. Let me Google search that. Ladder of D2. Oh, a ladder in Diablo, Diablo 2. Competitive seasonal multiplayer mode where everyone starts fresh and oh, right, okay. Okay. Diablo. Let me just talk for a second about Diablo. Right? I've played Diablo. Me and my wife, I keep referring to her as my wife. She is actually my fiance, but it's just so much easier to say fucking wife than the word fiance. We played through Diablo, and then we got to the end. We're having real good fun, and like the meteors were landing around me, and I was basically just walking into an area with my sorcerer, and corpses would fall at my feet, right? And it was, it was great and all that stuff. But then we got to the end. We killed the whatchamacallit, the boss and all that stuff. The Diablo, I think she's called. I'm not sure. And then we just kind of went back to the same area, and then it was like, well, what do we do now? This is the game's finished, right? But then people say, no, that's where the game begins. Now you start playing the game, but I was like, well, I've already done everything. I don't get why people continue to play the game after that point. That's something that's always been a bit of a mystery to me. I didn't mind the story and playing through it the first time, but I don't know, just running around absolutely just slapping every enemy you run across with zero effort. I don't know. I don't get it. Someone has to explain that to me, really. Act 4 would be Diablo. He says, yeah. Yeah. So yeah. I really enjoy playing it as a multiplayer game, I'll tell you that much. Quite fun. To get from level 98 to 99, you need as much XP as from 1 to 98. Yeah, you see, for me, like, that's just like an exorbitant amount of time to just make a number go up.
Yeah, the It's a lot of grinding.
It's a lot of grinding just for like a few pixels to change on the screen. It's fucking crazy. You know what else is like that? Once you play a Rome Total War, I love Rome Total War, by the way, but I never ever finish them. You know, I never go around and kill everyone, because it's like, it gets to a point where you're so powerful, your army's so big, your economy's so strong, and all your rivals are destroyed, and at that point you're literally just going around fucking colouring in. It becomes just a big colouring in simulator as you just go and just turn the whole map red or whatever it is. It's like beating the shit out of a baby and not stopping because there's still a bit more blood to come out. That's beautiful. It used to be mad that they... Sorry, go on, mate.
Oh, no, go.
Oh, I was just reading out a comment. He says, it used to be mad they have made it easy now. It used to take thousands of runs. That's fucking mental.
Just a slightly changed topic. Does anyone have any
Sure.
photography tips? Miniature photography?
Yes. I mean, I can take relatively decent pictures of things, obviously. Lighting has to come from two sides. So top-down lighting's pretty bad. If you can get lighting that comes from both angles, side to side, that's the best you can get to light up the miniature. Also, zoom the lens in slightly. So zoom the lens into like 1.8 to 2 before you frame up the miniature. That helps too. Don't try to bring the miniature too close. Just put your camera on the highest settings. Yeah, you'll probably... I always end up having to fiddle like with and adjust stuff like saturation and stuff to make the model actually look how it appears in real life.
Yeah.
That's I mean, most of it honestly just comes down to what camera you've got. Thankfully, my phone camera is really good for taking pictures of miniatures. It's what it is. And my fiance's new camera on her new phone is just absolutely insane. All of my like pictures and videos that I'm taking of models for showcases are going to be done with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have my phone camera.
Like my current stream, I've had to adjust it in the settings to get it to actually look like it does in real life. Even then, it's not, the saturation's not quite there actually. So I'll have to, I'm just going to quickly turn that saturation up a small amount, not too much, so it's so sensitive. Yeah, that'll do. So what phone am I using? So this is a Google Pixel 8a. I found the Google Pixels to be absolutely fantastic. This is quite zoomed in, so I'm actually like there. So if you get it like focused and then zoomed, you can get some real good image pictures, as you can see. I mean, this quality is quite rendered down because I'm streaming. You can get 8K footage like that, and if you go and look at stuff like my Tyranids painting guide and things like that, you'll see like the actual image quality where I was recording straight onto the phone. I've switched up how I record those things, so now I'm like streaming it into a file, which does compress the image quality, but not enough to make it unwarrantable, because sending big 4K video files that are like 20 minutes long takes hours. It's ridiculous.
I have like an old white box, that I'm trying to pull out and do some things with as well.
Yes, you're right. The Google Pixel phones are very good. I mean, all my stuff is like on Google anyway. Like, so much of our lives are on Google, and the Google phone is just, they're great. I mean, this thing hasn't slowed down, gotten any worse in the 3 or nearly 4 years that I've had it now. It's been absolutely fucking stellar the whole time. And the cameras on them are amazing. And they're like 400 quid. I just can't get on with the with Apple UIs. I just can't do them.
Was gross. Can I go on my rant about Apple?
Yeah, mate, please do, because I'll join you.
So, the thing about Apple is that for a long time they were, you know, quite innovative with the iPhone and iPod and stuff like that, that new technology, that sort of thing. And everyone's like, look at Apple, they're so innovative, I love them because they're so innovative. No, they're not. They just copy shit that's been on Android for a year. Now the Apple fanboys are like, what they do is they refine it so much before it launches, so it's perfect. Like, all the fanboys have just like changed what they like about Apple, just so the fact that they're not actually innovative anymore. Copy shit.
Well, especially now, there's nothing different about them anymore.
No.
I mean, it wasn't so bad. It's not so bad as it was. I mean, they're overpriced as hell now. And that's the main thing about them. But back in the day, when they used to have their very own specific kind of chargers and specific kind of attachments that Apple stuff would only work with Apple stuff. Every single program, you wouldn't be able to transfer files from most softwares between PC and Apple. It was all proprietary softwares, all proprietary hardware and stuff like that. And they used to charge out the fucking wazoo, and it was just like, it was ridiculous. I mean, I don't understand why people back in the day went for Apple so much, because it wasn't as modular. It was nowhere near as fucking good. You know, it was just ripping you off, really.
Yeah.
I mean, but nowadays, there's nothing about them that Android phones can't do anymore. So I don't understand why people still go for them. Well, I do actually, and it's just the status symbol of having an iPhone. That's literally why people will spend like £90 to £100 every month, or like $150 just to have an iPhone every month. And it's just, what are you doing? It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Just consumer goomerism. Saliti says when Mr. Jobs died, they've gone downhill. I completely agree.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, completely agree.
For as much as a megalomaniac, maniacal fucking borderline psychopath that guy was, he definitely made some cool shit. We have to give him that. Right. What's the next step for me? Ooh, Sleety says, the AirPods are good how they connect from my phone, iPad, and watch and just swap seamlessly. I'm an old dog and I can't learn new tricks. They connect from my phone, iPad, and watch and just swap seamlessly. Yeah, how do you mean? Because I've got wireless AirPods and I think, alright, so you can like manually swap them like that between the ones. That's quite cool, I guess. That's not enough for me to fork out thousands of pounds, personally. But, yeah.
I'm gonna get some weird noises from me when I try to fight my dog off and just come say hello, like a word with him.
We just say it's fucking.
Yeah, fuck off. Fuck off. Oh shit.
Okay, we're gonna go and start painting the little aviator jacket fluff on the top of these feathers.
These feathers.
I've got a. Steve says, as soon as I pick up the iPad and put something on, they switch over, and if a call comes in, they go back to the phone. That's quite cool. That's quite cool.
I mean, the big thing I found, like I spent a couple of years with a technology sales company here,
Okay.
retailer in New Zealand, and had to do a lot of like device setups and that kind of thing for customers as part of my job. And I was just like, honestly, they're fucking same. Like the Android and Apple was like, they each had their things that were better to them.
Yeah.
Just like, what are you more used to? That's honestly what it came down to. There was no difference.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're used to Apple, there's no point in switching.
Yeah, that's the same. And like the ecosystem stuff was generally pretty good, but you know, like what he's talking about with like your headphones switch from one to the other, etc. So, yeah, and honestly, I just can't get used to the UI.
Yeah, the UI is just... If you're not used to it, it's not intuitive. So, yeah, it's... Yeah. I mean, I've been using PC since I was a little kid, and it's very much the same philosophy of, like, files and folders and stuff like that, and it's easy for me to use a Google phone because it's deeply rooted in that old PC design language.
Yeah, my Lightbox works, that's exciting. Do you guys, what do you do about your backgrounds?
Backgrounds? What do you mean, backgrounds? Oh, for taking pictures?
Yeah.
Well, I've got a grey wall, so I just use that, but I like a black something, like, anything black is always good. Piece of paper, white piece of paper, something like that. I ought to get one of those little things that makes it spin round real slow. Do you know what I mean? Those little things that you can get?
Yeah.
I should get one of those. One day I will. So, Sleety says, funny, when he says, they translate when abroad. I am only good at one foreign language, which is English, and I'm overseas. Alright. Oh, so where are you from, Sleety? Where are you from? We got people in this little community from everywhere, dude. Funny enough, I can use a PC so often, I cannot get on with a Mac at all. Yeah. Yeah. It's there. I think, yeah, that difference is really pronounced when it comes to for using the computers. I got a black sheet. He says he's got a black sheet as a backdrop from Amazon for about £7. Oh, you're from the UK? What? Essex boy. Oh, right. Sorry, I thought... Sorry, I'm so confused. You said you're only good at one language, at one foreign language, which is English, and I'm overseas. That you confused me heavily there with that, bro. But you're from the UK.
Like John McClane, I only speak two languages, English and bad English.
And a six boy, oh yeah, it's from X6, lovely. Yeah, so when I'm away, English is English is a foreign language. Yeah, I guess so. Got ya. To the locals, of course, yeah. Oh mate, yeah, being an English speaker is fucking great, dude. Just everybody speaks it, it's great. Yeah, I love it. Because I'm bad at languages, dude. I would never be able to. I've tried. Like, I just suck at remembering nonsense words. Just doesn't. The brain doesn't do it. And to a certain extent, it's like, what actually is the point, you know? And everybody else in the world learns your language. It's like you could totally just put that effort and time into something else and it'd be much more worthwhile. Especially when you go to like France and stuff and you try, and they just fucking talk to you back in English with just pure disdain for your poor French. Like, I've had that, so the times where I've tried to speak in the language of the country I'm at and they just respond in English, I'm like, forget about it. Give me a fucking orange fucking popsicle and be done with it. Though I think maybe my dad was fucking with me because he'd tell me, I'd ask him, how do I ask for an orange ice cream or orange orange fucking lollipop or whatever, and he'd say, give me some bullshit thing that sounds foreign, and I go up and say it to them, and they just look at me and go, do you want orange one? I'm like, yeah. Oh, so what do you say? Gotta love the Empire. Hell yeah, dude. Fucking God bless the British Empire. Where the fuck would we be without the British Empire spreading that shit?
Okay, I've just dropped an image in the hobby
Oh,
chat. Can you guys
let's have a look.
take a look and tell me about from a photography perspective?
Yeah, of course. One sec. Sleety says they do like it when you make an effort. Yeah. I mean, like, there's little greetings and stuff, and yeah, it's always nice to give that a little go. But learning it as a full second language, it's like, yeah, that's such a time sink for very little reward. Where are we? Hobby picks. Let's have a look. Ooh, that looks great, dude. I'd say maybe just a little, if you can get a little bit more light on it, that would be even better. Or maybe you can fiddle that in the adjustment and settings and just raise the brightness a touch. Maybe touch the brightness up, touch the saturation up. I think that would, and then maybe touch the contrast up a little bit, and that would like isolate it more. But no, that looks great. A lot of people, like, I notice, because I do it all the time, I can tell when people have like made their model not look like a real model by adjusting the contrast and the saturation way too much to the point where it's like that is not what that model looks like, and but it's obvious to people who do it all the time. So you go to France every year. France is, yeah. I'm wanting to get back to France to go look at the D-Day beaches. Sorry, what are you saying?
Sorry, you said contrast up a bit, down a bit. Saturation.
Yeah. You can go to a French shop and be like, excusez, une pomme s'il vous plaît, and they go, what was that? And you go, one fucking pomme, you bastard. Instantly you just said, oh yeah, sod that, ask what you want, then say it louder. If they still don't get it, smash the place up, at least you tried. That's the British way, isn't it? Oi, you! Would you buy this bloody opium? Oh, Sleety's just become a knight of the realm. What's going on? Holy shit, dude! In real time, that's awesome, dude. Thank you very much. Let me get. Can I like do a little? I don't know. How can I do a little? Awesome, dude. We got a new channel member tonight, dog. I should switch this back to channel members only. It started off as a channel members only stream, and now it just is one. Sleety, you're my dog, bro. Sleety, you're in the runnings, man. Because there's not very many. There's like you in terms of members. We've got me. Me, obviously. You got Mr. Tweed and Just Rest, and now you were the only British guys who are like, you know, active every week. There's loads of people in the Discord now, but most people are just kind of like ghosting it and hanging around in the background. But you'll be in the run-ins to do the little Warhammer World trip at the end of the year. I've set up the tiers in like such a way that like the higher tier, which I think is like 11 quid or something, is that I really don't expect anybody to jump onto that for quite a while, but I thought I'll just put it out there and set it up for what would make sense when there's like hundreds of people in here. For that one, honestly, I think we'll get to the point and they'll be like, so there'll still be a few enough people to where we'll just everybody who can and wants to come, we'll just fucking get as many people as we can and just meet up at Warhammer World. obviously, like, we've got to, like, not have an absolute shitload of us there, 'cause that would be ridiculous if there's, like, fucking 20 people turning up. I don't even know how that would work.
Okay, so I made some photo edits. Is that better?
Well, let's have a look.
Stand by the same photo for a little bit, by the way.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
also the model that I was like, I painted this up for a competition, which is what the photos are for.
Oh, yeah,
like
it looks
2
great.
days before you're like, hey, hobby competition, it's only the stuff for the end of August. So this got excluded by like days.
Oh, it's such a good model. Was this that Warhammer exclusive one or something like that?
Yeah. So it's the Affinities Limited.
It's amazing.
So it was the one that was the year just gone, like 2025 to 26, won the Plus model. And it's on a plinth. And normally he's just holding the Spirit Stone in his hand, and it's like on a rope. So I sculpted the flames coming out of the Wraithlord's head. And then the theme, one of the themes of the painting competition is winter.
Winter.
So that's why it's like coming out of the cracked ice and stuff.
That's cool. I'm always trying to think for these. What do you have any like ideas of like, because this was obviously supposed to be a member stream, and people can't make it to everyone. Obviously, I mean that's that's just a fact of life. So we've got quite low numbers for it at the minute. But what do you reckon we should do for these members streams? Should we? I'm trying to think if there should be any other like different format, if there's something people would like to see for the members only streams or anything like that. Do you have any like ideas or things that you think would be cool?
It's hard because also the timing of it means that I'm not likely to be able to make it to many, because I wouldn't really be able to work in the office on a Thursday morning, which is the time this minute. I mean, I'm a little bit biased around why I joined the channel.
Yeah.
The first one that got me into it was actually your post on Reddit, where you had, I think it was Gabe in doing feedback. So that was my initial entry in. So that was really cool, being able to get solid feedback on stuff. And I think obviously like Aiden, is used that a lot, getting feedback on his paintings and stuff.
Yeah.
So that I think is something that's also quite hard to come across. Like it's not super easy, I found, with someone trying to improve the painting to get feedback on the stuff that you've done that's good quality.
Yeah. That's why
a little bit because
Sorry, continuing. Oh, well, I was just saying that's why I kind of wanted to put the don't forget it's the last week of the school holidays, so people might also be away. So Sleety, that's a good point. Oh, yeah, that's why I want to do the hobby competitions stuff, for people to have something that they're working towards, putting all their energy into it, and then getting like a real big feedback at the end of it, at the end of every month. It's hard because there's only so, I've been thinking about it a lot. I mean, obviously, there's only so much I can do streams where I go through stuff and look at everybody's models and talk about them, because humans are very naturally self-interested, and people would just tune in for their thing and then fuck off. Do you know what I mean? And it was just totally natural. I mean, you couldn't have a community of like 50 people watching a stream. I couldn't physically get through all of them in any real sense, and people would just tune out the minute that they had theirs or seen theirs. It's just what people do. So it's hard to figure that in any kind of sense. So it's probably more of a thing that's going to just happen on the Discord, and then obviously once we go through the competition stuff, that's going to be where we're going to have a proper look at it. But it would be cool once in a blue moon to get Gabe on again. But yeah, I don't like I don't want to ask too much of him, you know.
Yeah. What else? I don't know.
I mean, the amount of people who came in from that, I mean, naturally, I mean, it's not, I'm not like annoyed about it or anything, but people obviously just came got their advice and information and then just fucked off again, which is natural, but that's probably just part and parcel of what you're gonna get offering that. Really, people just come just for that. It's not really something that builds a community, I'm afraid.
Yeah, fair enough. And it's hard because I obviously don't see the feedback or like the numbers or anything like that. I have any of it, so I just put in my opinion.
So Sleety says that is a monthly thing. It's a monthly thing. That is a monthly thing. Sorry, Sleety. What's a monthly thing in your opinion? So next, the stream where we have a look at everybody's hobby competition entries is Saturday this week, and then next Saturday is a normal stream, and then the one after that I'm looking at doing the first community discussion one, and I think reviewing people's stuff, it's not something that can be done every time. I agree with you, Sleety. So it's like every 2 weeks we alternate between doing some kind of like community stream where there's multiple people talking about a topic, like we did that one time. So we're going to do that again in a couple of weeks' time.
By the way, I reckon less topics, shorter stream for that.
Sorry, mate. Say that again.
I said less topics, shorter stream. For that.
Yeah. We did a lot of topics last time.
I was like, I had to go, and then I was like, I don't know if I can just come back and listen to like another couple of hours worth of discussion. Yeah,
it was a long one. Yeah, so maybe it was like a couple topics and just be a bit more focused on those in particular.
Yeah, sure.
I think that'd work. Sleety says, so as a Rome Total War player, are you looking forward to Total War 40k? I don't know, bro. I'm optimistically looking. I mean, I probably won't be able to run it on my PC anyway, so I may as well just forget about it. But no, I think it should be good. I'm just a bit dubious on how they're going to make a Total War game with like a load of ranged units. It seems like it's going to be really hard to keep track of that and actually, keep on top of the battle. But yeah, that definitely remains to be seen. Not quite sure how they're going to do that. But if they manage to find a way to nail it, it'll probably be great. I'm also looking forward to the new Dawn of War, which is taking it back to the old style of like building up a base and taking the map from there. That's what I'm more looking forward to, that, to be quite honest with you. I absolutely love the old classic Dawn of Wars like Soulstorm and Dark Crusade and Winter Assault, and obviously Dawn of War 1. So that's more what I'm looking forward to. The gameplay that came out over the last couple of days looks good. Yeah, I'll have to go check that out. I did see the ones that came out a little while ago, and they did look pretty decent, I must say. I'm sure there'll be a somewhat fun game in amongst all of that, but I've just like innately got a terrible, terrible optimism for modding games now. They just usually are a cash grab in some way or another. So, but we'll find out. We'll find out. I did make a video on the channel about it actually, but that information is quite outdated now because I was like talking about it as they released the first footage in the first trailer and stuff, so that's probably a bit outdated in terms of information. Only played Dawn of War 3, which was mid. Yeah, that was mid. I mean, when they just went away from like the whole base build and stuff, it was just it's not Dawn of War anymore really. It turned into this like, I don't even know what it turned into. I didn't play it. I've got too many awesome memories tied to those original games. I remember playing like a little LAN party of it back in the day with my friend and his brother, and I tunneled a big Tyrannid underneath his base and then poured my guys all out in the middle of his base. It was like a Trigon tunneled through the map, and then we burst out. I just took him in one fell swoop at the end. That was so good.
We did LAN parties when I was at uni,
Oh yeah.
and we had like a whole bunch of us doing like Dawn of War, like all like connected in our halls of residence. So we'd have like 10, 15 of us.
That's so
people
sick.
running everywhere.
Dude, I miss the energy of a LAN party. Just fucking pizzas and fucking fast food and fucking Coca-Colas and fucking all that stuff. Just loads and loads of bags of fucking Doritos and shit like that. Mountain Dew, when they used to have the real flavour in the UK, they banned it. Linkin Park blasting. Take me fucking back right now. Take me fucking back right now.
We can't go back.
I describe I love telling my little brother what it was like in like the early 2000s for like gaming and just how things used to be, and you can just see this like realization of what we've lost like dawning on his face when I tell him about what it used to be like. That dude, like midnight releases for games that came out and stuff like that, telling him about it, and it's like, oh man, we lost so much.
My son is just getting into Marvel.
Yeah.
Because he's like only just old enough to start seeing some of the movies at the actual cinema.
Right, okay.
And I was like, man, you just missed so much of this like Marvel build-up. Like, how do I explain how fucking
You missed everything, dude.
Spider-Mans? Yeah,
What were you
like,
doing?
how
You
do I
missed
explain
everything.
all 3 Spider-Mans, like, being on the screen at one time. Like, how do you explain that to someone who hasn't grown up with those movies? Like, it's just... You just can't. Okay, another image coming in the chat,
Cool.
which I think is much...
Okay. Let me know when it's there and I shall deke it.
It is there.
Oh, that's fucking beautiful.
Okay. I think that is the settings.
You should post that on like a Facebook group somewhere. Tag me in it if you do.
I will, when it goes live in the planning competition, I'll share it.
Yeah.
I'd
Okay.
actually love to hear the people's opinion as well. Yeah, it's a little bit secret squirrel at the moment for that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Playing your cards close to the hand.
That's the one. Now I want to do my journal. Have you seen my journal? Yes, you did.
Ah.
Yeah.
I think. I see so many models.
Okay, when I get the settings dialed around, so fit it in the screen. Jesus, too big.
I see a whole lot of models. I actually was in a Games Workshop today, actually.
Oh shit.
Yeah, believe it or not, I was in a Games Workshop today. I went in just to see if somebody could show me how Kill Team worked. Because I was like, oh, I wonder about Kill Team. Like, I've already got like a million models to play Kill Team with. It'd be something easy to, if I went to Warhammer World, I could have a couple games of Kill Team, you know? So I went in, I was like, oh yeah, expressed some interest in trying Kill Team, and he was like, oh yeah, well, let's have a game. And so he got out a couple guys, and we played through a very quick 15-minute version of it, and it was pretty decent. But then he was like, he's trying to show me like all the Kill Team boxes and the starter set for all of it and stuff, and I was like, didn't quite have the heart to tell him. I was like, mate, I'm a fucking YouTuber and I get my stuff wholesale cost from my affiliates, so I'm not fucking buying it right now in this shop. Believe me, son. Okay, we're getting there. I'm a very spontaneous person, but I'm definitely not spontaneous enough to buy something at stupid price out of a Games Workshop, because my god, dude, I see people going in there and like buying big orders, and I'm like, what are you doing, man? You can't not know that there's like every other place in the world sells it for so much less.
funny, because like to get to my local Games Workshop, I say local, I have to drive past like at least 2 other hobby stores that will sell it for cheaper, the same thing. So I'm like why would I buy? I don't.
Yeah, there's one like a 200 meters away from the Games Workshop that sells everything for like 15% off, and it's like, well, poor fucker who goes in there, spends 300 quid, and then walks down the street and sees that. It's like, my god.
Yeah.
It's not like they give you anything special, additional with it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I think I bought the anniversary model because it was like a special Autark. That was my like only purchase in like the last couple of years. It gets a ship store.
Sleety says he's never played it at all, so would not know where to start. Well, I'm certain I've already got like all the models for like multiple factions to play cutting with. The problem is I don't play any Games Workshop systems at the minute. And obviously, I've been to Warhammer World 2 times before. I think 2 times. And I want to go again, but the next time I go, I want to actually play a game. So I need to be playing a Games Workshop system, because they will kick you out if you play a. If I tried to play one-page rules at Warhammer World, they do kick you out. So. And some people think, oh, you could be sneaky with it, but like it's obvious. It is very obvious when you've got like, yeah. If you know, you know. This is my old truck. I'm still wondering on. Oh, you met any war game at all? Oh my god, man, you're missing out. I think not on the main game of 40k. You're not missing out. It fucking sucks right now, dude. But you are missing. It does, dude. It sucks ass. It's just not as good as one-page rules and stuff like that, or bolt action. It just isn't. We'll check this out. It's right here. Orc truck. Bit of kit bashing going on. I've got one more piece to add. This right here. Oh, you're fresh then. If you just got it into it in April, yeah. You're fresh. That bit's going there. That is the gun wagon. Oh yeah. Put something there, I think, but we'll figure that out. Oh yeah. The grots on the top. Everybody loves the orcs, man. Get in there, you little bastard. Let's set that carefully, tentatively to the side. Okay, do we press on? What are we on? 2.5 hours already? Jesus Christ. I've let my food go cold next to me as well.
Oh, Mrs. Relics will be so disappointed.
She would.
Okay.
Sleety says,
fucker here.
it does seem off that they like you do things like kit. They let you do things like kit bash, but not mess with the rules to play a better game. Yeah, so like, I just make my guys however I want, because in one-page rules you design your own data sheets, so you can give them whatever guns, whatever rules that you want to, and it assigns you points for that. So I can model my guys exactly how I want them, put whatever guns I want on them, and it works. Though the one thing that is left to be decided about one-page rules is just the general like connection to the 40k culture, because there's like a certain level of I don't know, disconnection. Everybody's always trying to not use the actual terms for the real 40k stuff, and their 3D printed stuff, I don't like the designs of that. And you'll never get away. The problem is I'll never ever actually fully get away from 40k ever, because for me, they just do the best models. And that doesn't look like it's changing anytime soon. And there's this certain specific design language that only Games Workshop can pull off. And I've looked everywhere across all of these offerings of 3D printed models and different sculptors and stuff, and none of them ever quite hit that same little mark that Games Workshop does. And unfortunately, I'll probably keep buying Games Workshop models for a long time. They remain. Oh yeah, I will do, mate. They remain on top. Oh my, that looks great. That looks fantastic. I think me and you both could benefit from one of those little powered spinny round platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks fantastic, man.
Okay.
That looks fucking so sick, dude.
Yeah, I'm real happy with it.
Do you know what? If I turned up to a game and somebody pulled out an army that was all painted like that, I'd be like, I am putting my most nicest, lovely chap hat on for this game. Like, I have to be the best, the best and nicest opponent this person's ever had. I'm gonna throw my orc boys out into the middle with no cover.
Shoot them with the Salamon, I don't even care. Just let it kill them. So, literally last night, so that Talamon was on my list because this this tournament I'm going to next month has that one model painter competition. So like he put in a model, so I wanted to put in this, and it just got fucking nerfed. I'm like, do I keep it for the painter competition or do I drop it so I can play better games?
Just looking at it again, it's fucking ridiculous. It's amazing. What Sleety say? Sleety says, same with PC games, when you let modders get involved, it only makes a better following for the game, and 40 years of building universe helps too. Yeah, that's what it is for me. I'm so enamored with the 40k universe. Like, people, there's not going to be another one that comes past. I mean, people are always like, oh, the Trench Crusade one's really cool, and it's like, it's got nothing on 40k. It's got nothing on 40k. And there's
Like,
something.
it is cool,
This
but you're right.
it is. It's a decent concept, but there's there's other things about that and the creators and their weird philosophies that just it's not my kind of thing. But what else did he say? He says, well, that might be in a tiny box, but that looks amazing. Teach me your ways, sir, says Sleety. I think he's talking about you.
Thanks, Lee.
Yeah, it's great.
I do keep meaning to put together a non-metallic, like how to, at some points.
Oh, dude, that'd be great. Yeah. Have you done any YouTube videos before?
Not YouTube videos, but I have done. I actually used to be part of a podcast. So I used to have a 40k podcast.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
NZ40 Cabal.
NZ40 Cabal. Is that like? Oh, is that Cabal?
Yeah. K-A-B. K-A-B-A. But we don't really exist anymore. I think the Facebook page is still there.
That's cool. How long did you do that for? I can't find
A
it.
couple of years actually.
Oh right, wow, that's cool. I love a good yap. Podcasts are good for that.
Yeah,
I was doing an MMA podcast for a little while, but
oh, yeah.
I stopped doing it because the sport started to become shit. So yeah, the problem with MMA is that you'll have like whole like 9 months where just nothing happens, and it's just like, well, yeah. There's always something to complain about in Warhammer, that's for sure.
Oh, for sure. Or we're getting monthly things to complain about at the moment.
Yeah, if not like bi-weekly.
Okay.
Yes, a magician with the paintbrush. It says you're a magician with the paintbrush. Casting spells. Right, wow. There's so many little bits on these fucking Storm Boys. It's gonna take me so long to do them.
Oh, also fucking crazy for that, eh? They're like, oh, here's this Horde army. Would you like to have everything to have a whole lot of bits on it?
Yeah, it's just there's so many little bits and bobs. I think they're even worse than Tyranids because they've got so many little straps on them and little random little doohickeys attached to them where they put like a random little teeth and bits and bobs and bits of ribbons and fucking straps and fucking all sorts of stuff. And then it's like, what the fuck? I mean, you just look at just that backpack alone. It's like, what's supposed to be what? And then there's different panels bolted on. It's like, should I do them a different color? But yeah, we'll figure it out. I like the idea of, I don't even know if that's worth it because you won't even see it. I was thinking like airbrushing something to make it look like they've got some kind of glow coming out of them, but then that's pointed down so you wouldn't even see it, so I probably won't bother. Yeah, I don't know. It's still better than boxing with the top fighters dodge. Oh yeah, definitely it's still better than boxing. Yeah, it's better than boxing. The problem is with the MMA content, if you're not making a video that is like just pure slating somebody and just being as offensive as you can, it just doesn't get clicks. If you look at the MMA like YouTubers, all the guys who actually get anywhere are people who are just like and I watch these guys because they're entertaining, but I couldn't keep that energy up the whole time. Just ragging on people, you know, all the time. It's different when it's like a corporation, like a big faceless corporation, and you can fucking hit it with a stick all day long. But when it's like people, it's like, yeah, it takes a.
To be fair, I think I spend too much of my life working in corporations, so I think I sympathise with them all.
You reckon? I've never, ever done that. Never worked for anything like that before.
I have. So it's... You're not going to drop off because our cleaner is here. So.
Alright. Well, I'm probably going to end it there as well. I think I'm probably going to end it there. We're getting towards 3 hours now, and I'm looking at my cold food and going, oh.
Alright, man, we'll talk to you soon. I'm going to be dropping stuff into the competition chats very, very soon, I think.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Alright then. Well, I'll see you later, man.
Alright, see you.
Sleety says, yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with an MMA fighter. Yes, this was my problem. This was my problem in school. It's that once I became known as that kid that does MMA, I never got into any fights. Which is like, well, now I want them. So, yeah. I mean, now I recently have been coaching this sport. Like I've been coaching a few fighters, a few amateur fighters, but it takes a lot of time and dedication for not that much really. And my knees are ruined. My shoulder is ruined. And what else is ruined on me? Yeah, that's about it. But having like your knees are like fucked up when you're like 28 is like, I don't know about this, chief. Like, I blew my knee out really bad, preparing for my second or third belt, and managed to push that past that point for a bit. But it's never been the same. It hurts to walk downstairs. It hurts to stand in certain positions. It hurts when I take any kind of a load and carry it. It's like every step, my knees are fucked. I'm going to need surgery on them one day, and that's just from training since I was doing martial arts since I was like 7 or 8. I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. Someone looking back on a whole teenage and young adulthood of doing martial arts, and the payoff wasn't there. there was no payoff. You didn't really get to use them, and it just lots of injuries for not that much. I mean, I have friends who still train, love their jiu-jitsu and stuff, but I don't know, guys who've been waiting for surgery for spinal issues for years, and it's kind of fucked, because it's like none of us are ever making any money off this. And I know some guys who've made it to UFC level, and then lost out, and then I would say exercise is bad for you, but there's something particular about mixed martial arts training which is irregularly intense. The amount of loading that you do on joints and the changes of direction and stuff like swimming and cycling and all that stuff is great. I wouldn't recommend MMA for people who just want to lose weight, because it's really something that should only be undertook if you're really kind of serious about it, because even if you're training just in the gym and you never fight, you're going to get injuries. It's like, oh, I'm joining for a bit of fitness and a bit of self-defense. It's like, best we can do is injuries. The best thing I ever achieved in it was being the winning silver medal at the British Open, but I had to compete at heavyweight when I'm actually a lightweight. I was just way overweight at the time. I botched the weight cut that I was trying to do and just went, fuck it, I'm just ballooned up, and actually teetered just into the heavyweight category and had to compete at heavyweight, and I got the silver medal for that. I've got it somewhere. I think it's in this room somewhere. God, I can't remember where I put it. It's in this room somewhere. Maybe I'll show it some other time. It's like stories from a life long gone. But look, no man, thanks for joining us, Leety, and thanks for becoming a member, dude. That's awesome, man. Thank you very much. So, yeah, I'll just I shall see you soon, dude. Have a look at the competition stuff, dude, and see if this is one of those or a couple of those that you want to enter. So yeah. Because we're reading all those, we're seeing the results of those on Saturday stream, so that'd be great. Yeah, it was pretty decent. I mean, the guy that I lost out to beat me on like this weird little technicality that hides in the rules, where like you mount somebody and then you take your leg off, move it to the side, and then move it back again. And I wasn't familiar with the rules because it was my first actual grappling competition, and he was doing this thing. If in terms of a normal grappling match, I had like a submission attempts on him and stuff, and I had much more dominant positions. But because he was doing this thing where he was going back and forth, and that was scoring him points, he ended up winning. But I mean, he was actually quite crafty. I mean, that dude had won like gold like 30 or. I think he'd won gold like 52 times or something like that, something crazy. I actually met him before the bout started. He was trying to get a bottle of water, but he didn't have a pound to pay for it. So I actually bought his water for him, and then we walked out on the mats and saw each other, and I was like, no way is it you, dude. That's so funny. We actually had like a bit of a laugh before the bout started. But anyway, yeah, dude, I'm going to get off, and I shall see you around, dude. Thanks very much for joining again, and